I'm Nick.
I'm Taylor.
And this is Budget No Garage.
And I'll fall over there and put it all on the street.
So on the last episode, we were having a fuel problem. Ended up with a giant fireball. It was pretty cool. We're not getting any fuel to the car. We don't know if it's a fuel pump issue or a clog in the filter. Most likely a clog in the filter. It's old, it's scummy. You can see in it, it's one of those awful little plastic ones that turn yellow, and it doesn't look good. So we also got our fuel tank in the mail finally. So today, we'll do the fuel tank, we'll do the sender, we'll do a fuel line and a fuel filter, and if we need to, we'll do the fuel pump. We're also having problems with the power steering we put in. We found out why the guy blocked it off. The pump itself is just pouring fluid, as well as that fitting that we saw was damaged too. That's also pouring. We do have another steering box. We're gonna leave that to the end of the day because we'd like to get this thing running. We might have to tune the carb too, and we just wanna drive around the block, see if the transmission and rear end are good. So we're just gonna get started.
All right, so this is tank number 4. The first one was buried in the garage. We got it eventually back, but it was broken. We ordered another one online, and this whole piece here was just broken off completely. So we ordered another one. Again, the same thing happened. This whole piece was broken off. So this is the third one that came in the mail, and it's actually intact. So we're going to install it instead of having that sketchy gas bomb on our vehicle.
So we got a new gas tank, and with it we bought the fuel sending unit. The gauge currently doesn't work. It's not hooked up to anything. We're going to try and make that work, but we're not going to do that today. But since we have this out, you definitely want to test these. It'll save you so much time later. The way you do that, get a multimeter that tests ohms. What ohms does is test resistance. If you put positive and negative together, it'll read 0. I went ahead and taped it to the negative, touch it to the positive, and move this lever. As long as you see numbers moving, it's working.
So we're going to install the fuel sender in. Make sure you've got a fresh gasket. You don't want that rotten out or anything like that. Pouring fuel everywhere. There we go. She's in. Make sure you have 2 people when installing these. You don't want them to fall on anybody or anything like that. So just when you're installing it, have 2 people. I'm going to have Nick do it by himself though, because it would be more funny that way anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Careful there, dude. Don't hit the fucking...
I know, again.
Just slice the other hand.
Why does this look like it came off of like a fish tank? It does. Like, this is definitely not for fuel. This is so janky. There's like 2 steps to it too. It wasn't even clamped on. That was that guy's fuel hose. Nope.
You're doing good.
Dude, that was awesome. Okay, hold on, watch this. I'm just gonna get all awesome. I have a 4 jack. Alright, now I just need to cut this to length. And we'll be good. I'll grab a couple more hose clips. Gas tank's in. I'm gonna cut this into length with this handy dandy hose cuttery thingy. Somebody gave me this. I wouldn't have bought this, but it's really handy. Cuts all nice and straight. These are air shocks. They should have an air line hooked up to them, and they do not. So they're not doing anything. Oh man, it's totally moving around on the spring too. Dude, these things are junk. Yeah, we're gonna need to address that. I'll hold this for you. Spill it all over my hand. I don't know, but I'm really concerned about that sound. It sounds like it's just pouring on the floor. No, it's good. Now it does. You're not gonna have like 5 minutes of this in the video, are you?
It's just gonna be this.
Just give me this. Yeah, this is the fitting that we showed in the last episode that was all cracked and everything. It's leaking. But this whole thing is leaking really bad. I did try to tighten these and they're like as tight as they can go. So that's why he blocked it off. It's not working. We do have another one of those. It's sitting right over there. I know it works because it's off one of my other cars. And I replaced it. So if we get time, we'll do it today. If not, I don't know. But this thing's running really bad. We gotta do something before we drive it. Alright, let's get it to run again.
There we go.
That's clean. That was not bad at all. Just drop it into the bucket, you're fine. Cool. Yeah, I mean,
Bounces right out.
Yeah, just bounces on the ground. It totally did.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome. I hate having that stupid hard line in there. We should just replace it with a nice, better bent one.
Yeah.
Okay. This side up.
Woo-wee! She does. Damn, this guy won't tighten up very good. I mean, that's probably fine.
It's either good or not.
Okay, we replaced the fuel filter and most of the fuel lines, and we're gonna get it fired up right now, or attempt to anyway, and hopefully it'll pick up some gas and get it running a bit.
Not happy. That's that carbon junk. It has like no transmission fluid in it.
Did you put transmission fluid in it?
No, when I checked the dipstick earlier, it had, not earlier, but when we first got it, it had some, but it's definitely low. Alright, let's try and start it again. I want to see if it'll spin the wheels at all.
Alright. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Really, really. Yeah, dude, you got one, the passenger tire stopped, but this guy's just going.
Yeah? Dude, that's like foot hard on the floor.
Yeah, I believe you.
Dang. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Disc brakes. Yay, brakes! This is the problem. This is not pumping enough fluid. It's not pumping fluid to the brakes. I'm on it with both feet. I think that's why we weren't getting anything really at first when we were bleeding them.
Right.
The thing is, I mean, at idle, it won't stop the tire from spinning.
Yeah.
And we have no emergency brake because we pulled it off.
No, I got you.
We're not going to get to drive this thing. The transmission works as far as going into gear. You can feel it going into gear. It is spinning the tire. But I think we should upgrade it. I think we should ditch it. I think we should go to disc brakes up front. I think we should leave the drums in the rear. It's fine. They're all rebuilt now. We bought new drums. We brought new wheel cylinders. We brought new shoes, and they're on. I'm confident with the brakes. I think we should switch the discs up front. Redo most of these brake lines, because who knows? And dude, that sucks.
Okay, so we've installed the tank, the gas tank. We got that working fine. Nobody got hurt doing it, unfortunately.
There was definitely a clog in the old filter.
There was a clog in the old filter. So the new fuel line's in, new fuel filter's in, it's working great. So we got the car running, unfortunately, we can't get the brakes to work. So we didn't bother doing this power steering yet because we can't get the tires to stop. So we can't drive it today, unfortunately, but we're gonna go straight to upgrading it, and hopefully after we do a couple upgrades, we can actually drive it. We'll see. All right, so this time, unfortunately, we were defeated again. This time by the brakes and not by a fireball, so that's good. Join us next episode, and we'll get it upgraded and hopefully get it driving. This is Taylor from Budget Build Garage. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.